Sydney Baker, May 24th, 2278. I've made my way up to New Vegas from El Paso by way of New Mexico. Life out here doesn't feel too different from some of the other places I've been. Nevada, like most places this time of year, is hot and dry. I've avoided making contact with the locals of New Vegas and Reno as I'm trying to remain largely anonymous. They're likely no different here. Raise their kids with the same sentimentality that the best you can hope for is to live long enough to see a true society reemerge from the grave. It's been far too many years. It's not the world it once was, but I rarely miss being locked away in the cold recesses of an underground vault with my family all the way back in Montana. Sydney Baker, May 28th, 2281. I've found some steady work. A military leader from a faction based in the capital wasteland has asked me to locate and eliminate the Mojave chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel. I accepted the offer. Sydney Baker, June 15th, 2281. After several days of tracking trade routes and scouting missions, I've narrowed down my search for the base of operations of the Brotherhood of Steel. I tracked a few scouts west to some prison, searched the place high and low. Avoided making contact with those inside the prison, primarily because they'd already been wiped out. Unsure if this is the work of the Brotherhood or some merc with a grudge. Either way, the work of a highly skilled assailant. Next, I headed north, tracked a trade route past a place called Sloan. Small, quiet mining community. Searched by night as to avoid being seen, but I found nothing of value in Sloan. Sydney Baker, June 16th, 2281. I've been framed. Can't say whether my employer had already known that the Brotherhood was buried under several tons of rock, but the job was done before I ever found them here in Hidden Valley. This looked to be the work of the same mercenary that hit the prison just west of here. However he'd done it, he'd sealed the Brotherhood in a tomb. While I was scouting the compound, I was spotted by a Brotherhood scout. When I became aware I was spotted, I headed for cover. By the time I could get a clean shot, the scout had already gotten away. Sydney Baker, June 19th, 2281. I've made my way up to a place called Jacobstown. I perched myself up on a mountainside above the town as not to be seen by the locals. I'm certain that I'm being followed or at least tracked by the Brotherhood. They think that I was responsible for the fall of their comrades, so I won't be here alone for long. Sidney Baker, June 21st, 2281. Think I'll head for Good Springs to try to track down the merc whose work I was framed for.